Welcome back to the Football Terrace. Breaking news here in the media center at the FIFA 22 World Cup. Enzo Fernandez has agreed personal terms and is heading to Liverpool Football Club, according to big major reports from Argentina. This will bolster the Liverpool midfield significantly. We're going to delve into that in more detail. Also looking at Mohammed Kudus, one of the stars of this World Cup. He wants out of Ajax and he wants to go this January, and the Premier League is his preferred destination. On top of this, Antonio Conte wants that new deal at Tottenham. Peditici is currently unavailable, but he is demanding the club demonstrates its ambition moving forward because he wants to secure his future. Make sure you're hitting the like and the share button, subscribing to the Football Terrace. It's a World Cup edition of the Done Deal Show. Let's go. Liverpool have reportedly secured a pre-contract agreement to sign the Argentinian wonder kid Enzo Fernandez in 2023 from Benfica. This has been put out here by Give Me Sport and many other media outlets. We know Liverpool need to improve the midfield. I certainly need to improve on remembering that his name is Fernandez and not Hernandez, but it seems to keep coming out the wrong way. But I want your instant reaction to that, ladies and gentlemen. How good a signing do you believe this is going to be for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool? And you know my belief on this, that when relatively unknown journalists from the home nations, the homelands, the motherland of these players come out, I have a propensity to believe it. We saw last year with Julian Alvarez, unknown Argentinian journalist who we've not seen crop up since with major Premier League news, reported it was done weeks and weeks before any of the top European or British journalists. We saw in the summer when Liverpool came in and hijacked Manchester United for the striker Darwin Núñez, that the Portuguese press had it from the get-go, ever before the tier ones, ever before the English press. So I have a propensity and an understanding to believe this. Plus, as I say, I'm here in the media center, very privileged and happy to be here. There's a buzz going around. It's just sitting around the small area I'm around now. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's reaching out to people. And there is certainly a feeling that this deal could be done. Now, it is a pre-agreement, as I've already pointed out. It is a pre-agreement. So that doesn't mean that somebody else cannot come in. It doesn't mean that it is 100% signed, sealed, and delivered as of now. But there is a great chance that it could be done. Now, if you want to keep up to date with all the latest transfer news and goings on from around the world, make sure you download the OneFootball app now. You can scan the QR code on my screen or click on the link in the description below. It quite simply is the very best one-stop shop for football. News, transfers, live scores, statistics, live Serie A games, and much more. So go and check it out now. But for me, this signing for Liverpool, I'm going to be really blunt with you. This is going to be a tremendous piece of business for Jurgen Klopp. Enzo has lit up this World Cup. Yes, Lionel Messi is a star of Argentina. Yes, Lionel Messi is the poster boy of the World Cup in many ways. But Enzo, along with me, Julian Alvarez, they have given that Argentina team that youthful exuberance, that bravery that sometimes young players have more than the experienced guys. Maybe it's because they know they've got more than one World Cup left, all going well. Maybe it's because they haven't been scarred by previous failings. There's just a bravery there. Technically gifted, great energy. He's also been part of teams that the way he plays football has been absolutely phenomenal. And as I say, I think he's a Jurgen Klopp player all over. I think he has the capability of playing in the Premier League. We've seen the likes of Lisandro Martinez come in and worry about his height, etc. I'm like, you don't understand Argentinians if you think they're going to shy away from a fight. You just don't understand them. There's just absolutely no way that you do. He's also part of this Benfica team that has been sensational in the Champions League. So you may play down the Portuguese league. You may play it down. But in the Champions League, he, along with the likes of Ramos, have been out of this world. So it's a brilliant piece of business. And as reported now by many British journalists, all stemming from the Argentinian basis today, pre-agreement in place. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings below, people. In other news today, Mohammed Kudus has a firm desire to leave Ajax in January. Teams from the Premier League, Bundesliga, and Ligue 1 are watching closely. The Premier League is Kudus' first choice destination. Now, I have to say, when it comes to this kid, I'm a Man United fan. I want to go out and get him. Arsenal should be out there going to get him. Chelsea should be out there going to get him. Spurs, every single top 6 team in the Premier League should be looking at this player. He is special. Again, maybe ignore what he's done in the Dutch League. Maybe ignore that. You cannot ignore what he's done in the Champions League. You cannot ignore what he did for Ghana here at the World Cup. He has been one of the shining lights. He has been one of the standout players. He's been one of the stars. This is massive news, and it's kind of, I'm not saying it's gone under the radar, but I don't see people reacting to it with very much excitement. Maybe it's because he hasn't been heavily linked to one particular club, and people don't want to show their hand on how much they want him because he might end up at a rival. Then you got to praise a rival. We know how social media works. But Arsenal have been heavily linked with him a few weeks back. They are looking for versatility up front. They're looking for a player now to come in and bridge the gap with Gabriel Jesus being out injured. Now, maybe this is the guy. Maybe he doesn't play the exact same way or same positions, but like for like is very difficult. Finding someone as good as Jesus in that number 9 role may be difficult. Maybe it's a case of moving somebody else more centrally, but using Kudus in his natural position to make up the goals. Whether it's, I know that Jesus doesn't score many, but he certainly creates them. I think Arsenal Football Club should be looking at him in a big, big way. I also believe Manchester United should be, because although we have Anthony, we have Rashford now in great form, we have holes in our team. And maybe the idea will be to move Rashford more central. Maybe Kudus plays on either side of him. Maybe, there's lots of possibilities with this player, and I still don't really think he's found his very best position yet. That age stands out to me. He's so desperate to come to the Premier League. I did hear a rumor that he was interested in joining Everton. Now, if you're interested in joining Everton, the top 6 can sign him easy, and I, for one, certainly want to see him come in. And when you look at his statistics, I'm just going to go to him here. And I know a lot of people don't always like looking at stats as a way of judging a player. I'm someone that I've already seen the eye test. He passed that without a shadow of a doubt. Eye test is there for days. We've all seen it. We don't need to look at it anymore. But what's his productivity like? What is his productivity like for a 22-year-old? You look at this season, 4 goals in the Champions League, 4 goals in the Eredivisie, 10 goals in total this season in 21 games with a couple of assists. He's a very talented player. Now, centre forward and attacking midfield, so far this year have been his primary roles, but he can play on the wings. So as I say, maybe he does come in for Man United or for Arsenal and go straight down the middle. Maybe, though, he goes out to a wing position and Eddie Nketiah moves in, or maybe for Man United, it's Rashford that goes central. But there's versatility here until he nails down his main position. It could be up front. So there's so many possibilities in this. And I, for one, want to know what you think and feel. But personally, I would say watch out for Arsenal. Watch out for Arsenal with this deal. Cut price potentially available. The players pushing for a move. Champions League experience, 22 years of age. He sounds so much like a Mikel Arteta player. Tottenham and Antonio Conte are to resume contract talks today. This is according to Jack Pickbrook from The Athletic. He says initially planned for last week, but Fabrizio Pettici was busy. We know what he was busy with. He is potentially, along with a number of previous execs at Juve, looking at criminal charges and prison time. We don't know what for yet. That is where he has been. But he goes on to state here, as you can see, that Conte is seeking assurances from the club on ambition and January transfer plans. Now, of course, Tottenham have got to get him signed up. Whether you like his football or not, Tottenham have to get him signed up. And people may ask why. Tottenham haven't had a manager as good as Antonio Conte since the great late Bill Nicholson. They will not get a manager better than Antonio Conte. It's an absolute impossibility. Impossibility. They don't have the facilities for that big man. I'm serious, they don't. This is a manager of the highest orders, especially domestically. more than capable of getting in the top 4. If he is backed over a 2 to 3 year period, you don't write him off being able to win a Premier League. Don't write him off. And this is where the Liverpools and the Chelseas and the Man United have to look out. Because if Tottenham seriously mean business and they give this guy a longer-term deal and they commit to giving him the players that he wants, watch out for Tottenham. I'm not saying they're going to warrant an I'm scared title. That may not happen. They may not get that, but they will certainly get a, we've got to watch out. Because I still think there's a big possibility that Antonio Conte leaves at the end of the season. Now, Spurs fans watching will say, you're hating Terry, you're hating Terry, you're hating Terry. There is no hate. I don't hate you. I'm just giving you an honest opinion. He wants big ambition. He wants you to spend big. He wants you to make Spurs a title-worthy contender-worthy. Is that the right way to say it? Or title? Either way, you know what I mean. He wants you to be title contenders. Right now, you're not. In fact, you're nowhere near title contenders. How many points are you behind Arsenal? What, 10? Something like, it must be about 10. They're 5 points in front. Something around those lines. I haven't checked. It's a fair few, though. Could be 8, could be 9, could be 10. In fact, I'm going to look. I'm going to go and check. How many points are you behind? Let me go and have a little butchers here at the Premier League. Bear with me a moment, right? Where's the league tables? Let's have a little look here. Premier League. 8. Okay, I was nearly there. 8 points behind. That's not title contenders. Less than halfway through the season. If the second half repeats itself, that's an 16 to 18 point gap that will be generated. So he wants to be backed. He wants money spent. And Spurs fans should be demanding everything Antonio Conte is demanding. Don't protect your owners. Don't protect your club. Go out there and get it done. That's what you need to do. But listen, Spurs fans, I want to know what you think and feel. Premier League fans, Mohammed Kudus, do you want him? And Liverpool, Enzo Fernandez. I nearly got it wrong again. I keep thinking it now. It's in my brain. I'm just going to say Enzo. I was calling him Endo earlier, and I have no idea why. My brain isn't working. Maybe I'm going to put it down to the time difference and the lag, but a jet lag in there. But listen, I want to know what you think and feel about these things. You see KJ there strolling off, doing his thing. Flies away. That's man like KJ here with me in the media center. Until next time, my people, smash the like and the share buttons. Leave your comments below. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.